Welcome back. We are getting you ready for hurricane season. Dr. Megan Martin, emergency physician at Johns Hopkins All Children's, is here to talk more about hurricane kits for families. So welcome to the show. Always great to have you here.
Wonderful to be here.
Yeah, so this is something that you know a lot about. Not only are you a physician, but you lost your home in Hurricane Helene. So from a personal standpoint, what advice do you have for people out there?
I think preparation is really, really important. And one of the things that is important before the hurricane season even starts, or as soon as you can, is to make sure that you get an idea of everything in your home. So making a list, making sure that you're videoing everything, and making sure that you have your insurance information handy just in case. Just in case.
You have to be prepared, right? Yes. And if 2 years ago taught us anything, it's that it can happen,
yes.
Right? Okay, so let's talk about the hurricane kits from a medical perspective. What should we have in those kits?
It's really important to make sure that you have all of your medical records, or as much as possible, vaccine records, anything important that you could need if you needed to pick up and evacuate very quickly. It's also important to have your regular medications, even over-the-counter medications that you may not have a chance to get because the stores may be closed. And obviously, as a pediatrician, anything that you need for your children, lots of diapers, extra diapers, wipes, making sure that you have milk or formula for them. If you're breastfeeding, make sure that you have any supplies or anything to clean pump parts. And bored kids become very needy children.
Right.
So distractions are also really important, making sure that we have toys and activities for them that don't need power or batteries.
Right, because you were hunkered down with your kids. Well, I think you were at the hospital.
We were at the hospital.
So what did your kids, what did they enjoy, I guess you could say, when they were kind of hunkered down with, maybe without power?
My kids are a little bit older, so we really were enjoying board games and card games, and they were just having an absolute blast with their dad, hunkered down in a safe place, because they did evacuate. We made sure that we got out of town.
Perfect. And then I know you have some food here, so you want to make sure you have enough food, obviously.
Obviously, yes. So you want to make sure that you have food and things that your children will eat. You know, you can get all the canned beans that you want, but if your kids are not interested, that could make for an entertaining dinner. It's also important to make sure that you have things to open cans and things to cook with. So make sure that you have a can opener. Make sure that you have a good supply of water, a gallon per person per day, including pets in that total.
Yeah. And so, you know, accidents don't stop just because you are sheltering in place, right? So if an accident does occur, how do you know whether you should go to the hospital or still ride it out at home?
Yeah. If it's something small that you can manage for a short period of time, a couple of hours, make sure that you have a first aid kit available in your items. But if something you can ride out at home for a couple of hours until the roads are clear and you're able to get out, definitely try to hunker down at home, because it's not safe to be on the roads. But if it is something that is more of an emergency, the ambulances can run until the winds are about 45 miles an hour. And after that, again, it's not really safe to be on the road. So do your best to manage. And if possible, come to the emergency department after.
Yes, and again, have some supplies at home so you can deal with those small emergencies that maybe you otherwise would have gone to the emergency room for. Absolutely. So what does the hospital do to prepare? I imagine you guys have a huge plan in place.
We do. We have a very tried and true and unfortunately exercised plan in place. So we have all of the supplies, staff, people, food, everything that we need, and we have lots of preparation that goes into it. And we do try to keep our families at home and not in the hospital, but in an emergency sometimes. My kids have had to be with me there, and they actually really enjoy it, which is funny.
Well, because it's different. It's take the kids to work day sometimes.
Camp Hurricane.
Camp Hurricane. All right. Well, thank you so much. This is what such great advice. And I know you raised your house, so you guys are good. 12 feet, you were saying.
12 feet in the air, so hopefully at least our living space won't flood again.
That's amazing. Well, thanks again for all your help. And to learn more about All Children's, you can just head to their website, hopkinsmedicine.org.